All right, so third workout of the fifth week of the fall cut. We'll start with the Bible verse of the day, which comes from John chapter 5, verse 24. Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but has passed from death to life. So, really, this is just emphasizing how, if we accept Christ into our hearts, into our lives, if we truly follow him and we truly make, you know, the strong effort every day, and embrace that struggle, embrace the battle to do what's right and to always see Christ. If we do that, then we have the opportunity to have eternal life in heaven. And yeah, I'm going to keep it simple today. So, workout wise, shoulders and back, same routine as always. Um, yeah, nothing really different. We got some new, not really new, but a new flavor of pre-workout. So definitely excited to try that out for the first time. Same brand, same formula, everything, just different flavor. Had a package come in yesterday from Gorilla Minds, so always excited for new supplements. So yeah, we'll get in there. Same routine as always, and yeah, I'll see you guys in there. All right, so we'll start with shoulders as always, and with the overhead Nautilus press. So we're working with the same weight as last week, and just looking to get more reps here, which we did. So again, making the right progressions even though we are on the cut. So doing what we got to do, getting done what we got to get done. So main thing with this, slow control of the eccentric part of the movement and a slight pause there at the bottom, and then exploding up on the concentric part of the movement. And you can use the outer handles. That's going to work more, probably your side delts, rear delts. With the closer grip, that's going to work a bit more the front delts. So that's just my preference. That's what I've been doing. So I'm going to stick with that going forward. So we'll just do one warm-up set and then one top set to failure within that 5 to 9 rep range. So next movement is going to be our rear delt bias movement, the rear delt cable flies. So we'll do one side at a time, one arm at a time. So we'll start with the left side, then the right side, and we'll do one warm-up set for each side, and then we'll do one top set for each side, going to failure, finishing with partials within that 5 to 9 rep range. And I want to emphasize finishing with partials. Any accessory movement, every accessory movement really, you need to be finishing with partials, going past failure. I mean, it's just ultimately going to get you better gains, not only better gains, but quicker gains. You're going to make the progress that you want to make and probably even exceed what you expect to make when you're finishing with partials, when you're going past failure. So definitely something important to note. All right, so next movement is going to be the dumbbell lateral raises, and we jumped up to the 65s for this. So, with this movement, is the form beautiful? Is it perfect? Is it textbook? Probably not. I mean, you see a lot of people do this where they don't use really any kind of a little bit of a swing. I'm using like a little bit of a swing here. I could definitely, drop the weight, going to bringing them up higher, but yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and I'm at a point where intensity is the main factor. But that's not to say that my form is completely shot. I think the form here is a bit more than good enough, and we're just keeping intensity the main factor, and finishing with partials here is essential. So just one warm-up set with these, and then one top set to failure, finishing with partials, again within that 5 to 9 rep range. Alright, so next movement will be the cable raises, and we will do one warm-up set for each arm or each side. We'll start with the left side, then the right side, and we'll just do one top set to failure, finishing with partials again within that 5 to 9 rep range. And the biggest thing with these is you don't really want to almost do like a shrug with the side that you're pulling with your traps. You want to really focus on, you really want to focus on isolating um, that movement with your delt, the tension on your delt. You don't want to do too much of a shrug, because you don't want to activate your traps too much. You want to put more focus and attention on these side delts here, and this will obviously work some of the rear delts as well in the traps, it seems. So yeah, this goes hand in hand with the lateral raises. The form isn't exactly 1000% perfect, but I've been lifting for years now to where my form is not something that I have to think about too much, and we're just keeping intensity the main factor with our lifts. So intensity over everything, but that doesn't mean neglect your form. Form will come with time. Form will come with experience, with years of lifting. So I wouldn't get too worried about it. But at the same time, if you're just starting out, you want to start with much slower reps. You want to start just really understanding, watching videos, record yourself. That's a big thing. I definitely would record yourself to see where your form's at and what you need to improve, lift to lift, week to week. Alright, so final movement for shoulders will be the barbell shrugs. So we jumped up in weight with this to 305, and we're doing just one warm-up set and then one top set to failure within that 5 to 9 rep range. And yeah, I go heavy with these for good reason. I've been doing these ever since I started lifting, either on a Smith machine or dumbbells or a barbell, so that's why I go so heavy. But if I were you guys, I would do something where, if you're starting out, I would do something where you're sitting down on the bench and then you do shrugs that way. That'll kind of just help you develop that mind-muscle connection to where eventually down the road you could go heavier with the movement. So we forgot to hit the button on the camera to record the weighted pull-ups, but we did do those. You guys will see those in the reel and TikTok video that I'll post for this workout. So with the weighted pull-ups, we just did same weight as last week. Was looking to get more reps, which we did, so making the right progressions with that. And those are pretty self-explanatory. I've been doing pull-ups for years and would definitely suggest having some kind of pull-up variation in your routine. And we just did one warm-up set and then one top set to failure within the 5 to 9 rep range. So with the barbell rows, we also jumped up in weight with these. We jumped up to 215, and yeah, I think the form's getting better. It's getting better week by week. I don't think it's perfect, but it's a lot better than it's been before. We're loading the hips more, and we're getting a deeper stretch there on the lats. So making the right progress we need to with this, and I'll say that we're happy about it now, but definitely not satisfied. As we can't be satisfied ever. We have to keep pushing forward, have to keep getting better, and just always looking to improve, always excited for the next challenge. Alright, so next movement is going to be the pull downs on the Nautilus machine. So we jumped up in weight with this from 240 to 250. So we had to throw on the 2 weighted slabs for the extra 10 pounds. So once we progress to 8 to 9 reps with this, we've completely maxed out this machine. I can't add any more weight just because of how the stack is. The stack has like 2 knobs that go into the stack, like with the clip. So I can't really add one of those gym pins, which is unfortunate, but not a big deal. We'll just go back downstairs to the old school pull down machine, which is more than fine. Not gonna complain about that, but yeah, going heavy with this, and since we just jumped up in weight, we're probably gonna get around 4 to 6 reps here, which we did, and we're also gonna finish with partials after we've been within that 5 to 9 rep range. So just one warm up set and then one top set here. Alright, so our finisher for back in the final movement for today's workout is going to be the makeshift pullovers. And I don't know what felt wrong here, or what happened, but something just felt a little bit off with something with the stack or where the bench was placed. I don't know. Something felt really weird whenever I was kind of contracting here and pulling the cable down. It just something felt off, but nonetheless, doing the same weight as last week and just looking to get more reps, which we did. It was a little bit sloppy. It wasn't ideal, but pushed through, and the intensity was the main factor as always. So going past failure, finishing with partials is always what we're aiming to do with accessory movements. So we'll just do one warm up set and then one top set to failure, finishing with partials within that 5 to 9 rep range. So all in all, pretty solid workout, making the progressions we need to make, improving where we need to improve, form-wise, technique-wise, tempo-wise. So yeah, keeping it simple and making the right progressions. So I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and I will see you guys on Saturday for calves and arms. God bless.